Sometimes, one small decision can make a game feel so much more alive. And in this case, that decision was just one. Change the name. Yup, Yuki's Cafe is now second for chance. And it turns out, the reason is more interesting than I thought. Because the more I think about it, it's not just about the name. It's about identity, about how a game wants to be perceived, and most importantly, about how to survive in a sea of indie games that are now as numerous as ants. Seriously, every day there are new indie games popping up. Cozy games, pixel games, horror games, farming games, or even cafe games, and they are all vying for the attention of people whose focus has been shattered by TikTok. So if a game wants to be remembered, it has to have something that makes people stop scrolling. And I think changing from Yuki's Cafe to Second for Chance is a pretty smart move to get there. Because now, the game feels like it has more character. For those who don't know, Yuki's Cafe is a slice of life visual novel game with a cozy atmosphere, comedy, and a bit of light drama. Players help Yuki, a furry cat who owns a cafe, save the cafe, which is nearly deserted. The premise is simple, but that's what makes it interesting, because the focus is not the end of the world. It's not a war between dimensions. It's not a edgy character who speaks philosophically while standing on a building in the rain. It's just life in a cafe. And honestly, sometimes simple stories are easier to connect with, because they are relatable. Everyone knows the feeling: failure, tired, confused about the future, or wanting to start over. And cafes as a setting are perfect for such themes. Cafes have always been synonymous with a place to rest, a place to chat, a place for people to find peace. That's why so many cozy visual novels is a cafe setting. The problem is, because so many is that concept, the competition becomes brutal, and at the point, identity becomes incredibly important. Because if your game looks like 200 other games, people won't even click it on its Steam page. And that's the harsh reality of the indie game world. Sometimes, even good games can sink simply because their branding isn't strong enough. Now, this is where the problem starts. The name Yuki's Cafe is safe. Too safe. It sounds like a typical cafe simulator, a generic visual novel, a mobile cooking game, or even an indie idle game where you wait for your coffee to be made while watching commercial. And this doesn't mean the name is bad. No, the only problem is the name lacks a strong identity. Think about it. If you scroll through Steam or TikTok, you will see tons of cozy games with similar names like Moon Cafe, Cat Cafe, Coffee Dream, Cozy Latte, Cafe Story, Bistro Memories, and 700 versions of the word cozy. The human brain tires easily. If everything sounds the same, it all feels blurry. And in this internet age, people's attention is precious. It's not even precious again. Rare. People open TikTok. The first 3 seconds are engaging. Scroll. Your game thumbnail isn't unique. Pass. Your game name sounds generic. Forgotten. And that's cruel. but it's reality. That's why indie game branding is so important. Because indie developers don't have huge marketing budget, they can put up billboards in Times Square, pay streamer billions, or create Hollywood-level cinematic ads. So their only weapon are identity, visual, and a memorable name. And in my opinion, Yuki's Cafe isn't strong enough in that area. The name is pleasant to ear, but it lacks a hook. It's like something that makes people stop and think, wait a minute, what is this? And on the internet, curiosity is everything. And I want to yap for a second, because I think this name change is really interesting from a branding perspective. Why is the name Second for Chance is so much stronger? Because it immediately gives an identity. First, second chance is early emotional. People immediately think, oh, this is a story about a second chance, about failure, about starting over, about a life falling over. And themes like that are very relatable. But it was twisted into fourth chance, and boom, now people immediately know this is Fury. This is unique. This isn't a generic visual novel, and it has personality. And most importantly, the name has a hook. Names have a feel. Sometimes, even before you play, you can feel the game's vibe. Now, Second Fourth Chance is starting to have kind of energy. Instead of just, oh yeah, it's just another cafe game. Now it's, what is this? Why is the name so funny? And curiosity is really important. Because on the internet, people attention spans are shorter than cooked instant noodles. Seriously, sometimes people open TikTok not to enjoy content. They are just speedrunning for dopamine. Scroll, scroll, and scroll. So if you then have something unique in the first few seconds, it's over. That's why the name is important, and many indie developers sometimes underestimate this. They think the important thing is good gameplay. The problem is people have to be interested before they try your gameplay. It's the same as restaurant. If the front of the restaurant alone makes people reluctant to come in, they won't even try the delicious food. And in my opinion, Second Fortune now has much more of identity than before. Moreover, the word second chance itself is very emotionally powerful, because almost everyone has felt like they have failed. And the idea of a second chance is universal. Whether you are a student, or a worker, or an indie developer, or someone who's struggling with life, everyone wants a second chance. So the name is now not only unique, but also meaningful. And that's a great combination. Rebranding is not just about changing a logo or a cool name. Sometimes rebranding is about, what do you actually want with this game to be known as? And in my opinion, Second Fortune now feels more clearly defined. It's not just a cafe game. It's a story about second chances, relationship between characters, life falling apart, and people trying to get back on their feet. The new game successfully makes the story theme feel more stronger, and that's a good move, especially for us visual novels, because visual novels sell emotions. If the game's name already has a emotional feel, that's already a big plus. And interestingly, a rebrand like this can also change how the audience perceives the product. The old name feels more streamlined, simpler, whereas Second for Chance sounds more like a story, more cinematic, more memorable, and sometimes small things like that have a big impact because first impressions are so important on the internet. And there is one more thing and that I find interesting. A rebranding like this shows that the developer is starting to understand the direction of the project. Because sometimes in indie game development, the game's identity only forms midway. At first, it might just be, hey, I want to make a cute cafe game. But over time, the story evolves. The themes evolve, the characters evolve, and eventually the developer realize, oh, so this game is more than just a cafe. And I think that's what happened here, because the name Second for Chance feels more emotional, more personal, and it connects more with the theme of second chances, especially if the game focuses on character stories, relationship between characters, and the struggle to recover from failure. The name will be even more fitting. And let's be honest, in the world of visual novels, emotion is everything. People may come for the visual, but they stay because of the characters and story. Hence, branding emotional appeal is crucial. Just look at successful visual novel or indie games. They always have a strong identity, a clear vibe, and a memorable name. Because the name is the first point of contact between the game and the player. Even before people see the gameplay, they see the name first. And that's determines the first impression. If the first impression is weak, people might leave immediately. That's why I think this rebranding has great potential to help this game stand out. Although, of course, a cool name alone isn't enough. Ultimately, the game content still has to be strong. The character have to be memorable. The dialogue has to be enjoyable. The atmosphere has to be comfortable. And the story has to have heart. Because if branding is the front door, then the game's contents is the reason people wants to stay. And I think Second for Chance now has a much more appealing front door than before. Sometimes small changes can make a project feel much more mature. And in my opinion, the change from Yuki's Cafe to Second for Chance isn't just a simple rebranding. It's a step towards making this game identity stronger, more memorable, more unique, and more characterful. Now there is just one question. Will this game be able to deliver a story as strong as its name? Because honestly, the potential is there. It just depends on how everything is executed. And if successful, Second for Chance could be one of the truly standout cozy visual novels. Not just for its visual, but for its identity and emotion. And in an internet age where thousands of games are released every week, that's something invaluable. And who knows, we will see how this game develops in the future. Goodbye and see you next time.